What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Havootu, and today I'm going to talk about something that really hit me while I was working out today. As you can see, I'm fresh faced, fresh from the gym. It's probably like 1 o'clock in the morning, but I had to talk about this. Um, Over the past few weeks, I have been doing fasting. I actually fasted for about 12 days. It's like a little wiggle room there because I started before I started. You kind of want to start getting yourself up into the flow of fasting. And then I go through my whole fasting. So you won't be having that super hungriness. But anyways, so I fasted for about 12 days. And that fast did more for me than I actually realized, and I'm understanding it now. So today was the first day that I had a meat meal, which was so freaking delicious. Oh my God. If you live in Houston and you go to Mambo's, you know. It was fish and shrimp and fried rice, and it was so good. Oh my God, it was so good. Ridiculously good. But anyways, so I had my first meat meal in probably about 2 or 3 weeks now. I had been doing smoothies and water and tea fast for a while. And I could start feeling the heaviness of it. It wasn't super heavy. It was fried, but it wasn't like crazy heavy. It was just enough food. And I can start feeling the heaviness and the numbingness that food has given me over my whole life. Food has been my escape from everything. Um, and I'm fully understanding why now, coming off of that fast, just seeing how my body is reacting to the meat and the grease and the fried and all of that. And I didn't like it. And not that I felt bad, but before I was so clear, and after that I felt more heavy. Or I wouldn't necessarily say heavy. I felt anesthetized. Like I felt tranquilized a little bit. And I wasn't as close to my feelings as I have been over the past few days. And I was thinking about that as I was working out. And I was also thinking about all of the things that I've numbed myself with over the years, the social media, watching TV, not moving around, just completely ignoring life. And as I'm working out, I'm listening to great music. If you don't know who Free Soul and Lava is, y'all need to go hop up on that. They are my faves, and they need way more people knowing who they are. So go and check out Free Soul and Lava. They are amazing. I was listening to one of their songs, and I have a playlist of a lot of their songs. And as I was listening, the mother was speaking to me. Spirit in general, my spirit was speaking to me. And I was considering all the things that I've put myself through over all these years. And I understood that it was a moment, and that moment is now past. But even more so, I didn't know. And in the moments that I did know, I forgive myself. I forgive myself. That was um, that was what I spoke to myself as I'm listening to these songs. I forgive myself. I forgive myself because there's no reason to hold any resentment. There's why? Why? We are doing our absolute best at all times. Whether we think so or not, we all just want to feel better. We all want to be happy. And if our life and our jobs and the people around us and all the things aren't giving it to us, we're going to try our absolute best to feel better. And I just wanted to feel better. And I forgive myself for that. And then a voice spoke unto me. You didn't know who you were. You didn't realize who you were, how you were, what you are. In that moment, like hit like I feel like if my world was like this, it went like this. I felt like I might have been tilted like this, and I'm like at this right now. I feel like there's still some things I need to understand, but if I was here, I'm like here. And it was like a whole shift in my spirit, and I could feel myself starting to cry. And I was like, I don't want to cry in the gym. But I didn't know who I was. I didn't understand what I possess. I didn't understand my power. I didn't understand who I was, who I am in the eyes of spirit, who I am as spirit in this human form. I didn't know. I didn't understand the impact of my voice, of my presence, and who I am. And so I want to give you this opportunity to forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. You haven't known who you were before. If this is hitting, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for all of the times where you realized you were completely sabotaging your well being. You didn't know who you were, but now you do. You know exactly who you are. You've always known. You may have had times where you wanted to forget, and I believe that's a part of the process. We're meant to forget who we are. So when we understand it, it's like a whole new thing. I feel like spirit is playing this game in this human life, in this human space where I just want to see what it's like to not know who I am. I just want to see what it's like to not be all powerful, to not feel like I can do anything. I just want to know what that feels like. What does that look like to feel oppressed and to feel compressed into this body and to feel compressed into society and all the expectations? What does that feel like? I've never experienced that before. Let's feel that. And then getting to the point where you understand, oh, now I remember who I am. Now I remember what I am. It has new meaning now. It has something else that I can be grateful for. Because you don't know what you have until it's gone, right? So thinking of that, thinking of all the things that I'm planning on doing, thinking of all the journey that I'm meant to take, thinking of all those things, the big changes that are about to come into my life right now, and me wondering, am I going to be able to handle it? Of course. Of course. I was put here for a purpose. And I've understood that purpose for many years, but I didn't know how it looked. I didn't know how it was going to play out. I didn't know what my role looked like in it. But I'm realizing now that it doesn't matter. One step at a time, one day at a time, one moment at a time. And then there's grace. There's grace. And grace isn't just, in my opinion, grace isn't just um, it's not just something that's just given to a few and not others. I feel like grace has always been with us. And not just like, oh, just God is always, we already are God. So we're we are the everything. But grace is that thing. It's like the energy of the universe coming to meet us where we are in moments where we knew we would fall short. In moments where we knew that it wouldn't pan out the way we thought. Grace is love, is peace, is compassion for ourselves when we don't have any compassion. It's something that's ever present like air on earth. It doesn't just come and go, it's always there. And it amplifies when we step into the place where we're supposed to be. And I'm understanding that now. Over the days and weeks that I've racked my mind on trying to figure out how can I live a better life? What is that going to look like for me? What is it that I have to do? What part of myself do I have to sacrifice to get it? Complete wrong way of looking at things. And it doesn't make sense. Why did I come here as myself to not be myself? To sacrifice myself for things that I don't even want? I realized the amount of money I'd spent on food that I didn't even really want. Eat when I'm not even hungry. Just to anesthetize the feeling of not being the fullness of myself. That's what this fast has taught me. Why? It's hard. It's hard acknowledging that I'm more, because being less is easier. It means I can ignore everything. But in the effort of finding ease, all I found is more pain, more sorrow, more sadness, more anger. I look around my life and, work and things like that, and I see, and no judgment. This is no judgment on anybody else. This is me looking at my reflection in other people, seeing people around me who reflect those same insecurities, that same sadness, because they too are not following their heart. They too are not walking the path they were meant to, and they're miserable. And I see my own misery in them. I don't deserve to live like that anymore, and neither do you. So this is a call to those of you who've known your path for many years, who've avoided it, who've ran away from it. I don't want it. It's too hard. Is it? Is it really too hard? Because you look around your life, you see things that you may have wanted, see things that you don't want. Are you happy? Is the pursuit of happiness really harder than the pursuit of sadness? In the end? Really? Is it? It may seem like on the front end, like, oh, I feel like I'm losing something. I feel like I might be losing money, or I feel like I might be losing what? You've already lost everything. You've lost yourself. That's everything. What left is there to lose? I mean, really. Money comes and goes, it's everywhere. They try to make us feel like it's not, it is. It's everywhere. And there's plenty to go around. What are you losing? I had lost myself over so many years. And I'm just now coming back to me and understanding that I deserve better. I deserve to have better. And I'm going to. So, in conclusion, remember who you are. Remember how much more you have to give the world. Remember how much more you've always been. Is it really easier to be sad? To lose yourself, to sacrifice yourself for a life that you don't even want? Is the turbulence of change really that horrible right now? Maybe it is. A few months ago, a year ago, 2 years ago, it was. But now, it doesn't seem like much. When I look at everything around me that I know I don't deserve, that I deserve more, I deserve a better quality of life, a better quality of people around me, I don't have anything else to lose. So that's my talk. I've talked long enough. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want more content like this, feel free to subscribe if you want to. Thank you so much for your attention. And I hope this was helpful. Much love. Bye.